Hey, happy Wednesday, fifth graders. We continue on our journey here trying to understand our characters better. Okay, remember our theme or the book that we're working out is all about characters and their relationships. I wanted to show you the cover. Oh, hold that thought. I'm going to show you the cover of what our book looks like. Okay. So characters develop relationships. Okay, so remember we're paying attention to what characters say, what they do, and the relationships they have to try to understand who they are. Okay? Now we do the same thing in real life. When you meet someone new, you watch how they behave, you listen to their words, and you watch how they interact with other people to try to understand what kind of person that is. Okay, so real life and reading is similar. We're trying to understand people. Okay, and the story that we're reading today will hit home for any of you that have parents that are in the military, because today's book is called Dad Came Home. And we're only reading the first 2 chapters. Okay, but I want you to put yourself in the place of the main character. Okay, she's going to tell you about what's happening with her dad and try to understand how she's feeling. Okay? And the only way you can do that is by listening to what she says, what she does, and how she interacts with other people. Okay, so this leveled text you will find in Benchmark under assignments. It's called Dad Came Home, right? And we're reading the first 2 chapters of this story. I thought it was a pretty good story. I was tempted to read chapter 3 because I'm curious. I have some questions in my head about her dad, and I don't want to share those with you yet until you read the story. Okay. But while you're reading today, I want you to notice that this author uses a lot of quotation marks. And if you remember, quotation marks are showing you the exact words that are coming out of the character's mouth. Okay, so this is a good place for you to practice your intonation or the change of your voice while you read. Okay, so many of you might read this story aloud, okay, and you can add expression into your reading. And even if you choose to read it silently, you can still notice or hear the difference when someone is talking. Okay, this will require you to pause at the periods before you start the next sentence. But please have fun with this one. It's a nice practice for reading fluency as well as understanding our characters. All right, so our first 2 chapters. And then our focus, we're going to have 2 questions. Right? I don't really want you to care about these questions until after you've read it at least once. Right? The story is good in itself. So first time, just read the first 2 chapters, enjoy it, try to get a good picture, practice reading with good expression, right? And then once you've done reading, you can come back to these 2 questions. Okay? On page 5, it says, read this sentence from page 5. Can you make your world famous sweet potato pie? Chloe begged. What does the phrase world famous suggest about Grandma Gigi's pie? Right, some figurative language here. What is the author trying to say by using the words world famous? And page 7, how do both mom and Chloe feel on the morning of Dad's homecoming? Give evidence from the text. Okay, so you're trying to decide how she feels. And find words and phrases in the text that help you understand how she feels. All right, enjoy the story. we'll share our predictions tomorrow.